Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. I'm good. Tonight.
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Steelers had 8-5 to start play, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Here we go,
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you to get in the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Lloyd to about the 40-yard line. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
You look at this Steeler defense. This crew against the pass issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Lloyd. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marshawn Lloyd, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Pushing his way through.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
One play action. Fields.
Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
on the move to his left. Yeah, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
from the 31. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now a 2nd and 6. Love now.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lloyd. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing. Love.
That's going to be caught downfield by Reed.
Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Powering his way forward.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here we go. We're good.
Fields now to throw.
Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. Steps away.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Fielded just inside the 30. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, running left is Wilson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Dobbs, 28 yards. And the Packers are able to widen their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, 27 yards. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They run once more with Edwards. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On the draw is Edwards. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Love. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Love looking to throw it.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To the right side, this is Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. EQ. All right.
Back to throw, Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. That is caught.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Here's Fields.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touch. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Lloyd. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Off the play fake, Love.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. To the air again, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lloyd. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
To throw now, here's Love.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Lloyd will score. Touchdown, Packers. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
Fields changing the play.
Go.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Edwards. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Play action. It's Fields.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Out to his left. And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now Fields.
He completes it to Wilson. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
11.
Here we go on fourth down. Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. Love, they go play action now.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A give, this is Wilson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Marshawn Lloyd
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Watch right. Here we go. Hey, 551. No mas. Go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Let's go now.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Over the middle, complete. And Owen coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They'll start the drive with Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go, son.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Ken. Hey, never mind, Monday. All right?
Here's Fields.
Hard throw, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Hey, Ken.
Off play action. Fields.
Throwing left side, it's complete. But he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Easy. Tonight.
Throwing again is Fields. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
Finds Pickens out right.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go. All right.
Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of
Here we
it.
go.
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Go, Chuck. Ready?
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right.
Fields trying to throw for it.
Rolling to his right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes, it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards.
Now a 2nd and 2.
A give for Edwards running right. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. Bunch right. Stay high.
4th down, Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
60 by 6. 60 by 6. Let's go.
Here's Willis. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Down to the 10. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 97 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is...
And now the rookie's free. Inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Let's go now.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here's 2nd and 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw, Willis. That is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end.
Here's Willis.
Staying on his feet. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,